Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at how the Hollywood Racks Destination 2 bike platform rack fits on the 2020 Acura MDX. The Destination 2 is almost your ultimate compact, lightweight bike rack, where it's still affordable, but you have the perks of having a platform rack. So this can fold up to take up less space inside your garage, and it's really easy to lift around and install into your vehicle. So for your Acura MDX, if that's what you're looking for, we'll take a look at how well this fits on our car. If you want to take a full depth look at the feature specs, things like that, check out our full review here at etrailer.com. This has a weight capacity of 35 pounds per bike. You can carry around 2 bikes, and it has 3 touch points holding your bike down. So 2 of those are going to be your wheel straps. So just straps that go around your wheel. When you want to take the bike off, you just press this lever that disengages the strap, and then you can lift it up. And I like to just pivot over to the side so it doesn't get caught up in the spokes. So that's your first strap, and here's your second strap. And once those straps are released, you can then go to the frame mount. So the frame mount holds onto your bike's frame. Because of the short mast, it makes it easier to lift your bikes up and on there. And this rotates and moves up, down, left, right, and even around for those frames of different shapes and sizes. So the same concept as those wheel straps. They also have a strap for those frames. Now this part can get a little tricky for some people, and you're gonna have to figure out the best way for you. Like I like to support it with one hand as I use my other hand to get the strap off. But once that frame mount is off, you have plenty of space between the MDX to tilt your bike back, then get it over that mast, and you're ready to hit the trails. So you can see how it might take a little bit more time to get your bike up and onto the rack and strap it down, but it's nice to have all of those different straps. That way, you know your bikes are secure. So I did mention a 35-pound weight capacity. If you have heavy electric bikes, this is probably not going to be the best fit for you. You may want to consider something else like the Swagman Schnook as a alternative. Now, this does not take up much space behind your car. I like to measure from the bumper to the end of the rack. This sits at 26 3/4 inches. Again, that depends on your hitch receiver. But if you don't have that much space inside your garage, or you need to park into a really tight spot, having a smaller bike rack can help with that. Plus, it makes it easier to store. So this bike rack does not tilt away, and some bike racks do. When you have your bikes on there, if you need to open up the hatch, some of them tilt away with the bikes on. This does not, but with your bikes off, you can leave the mast up since there's plenty of clearance between your hatch door and your bike rack. You can now get into your cargo area, grab your helmets, your waters, hang out here to change your shoes, all without having to take the bike rack down. To fold it up into a more compact position, you start by this knob over by the mast. You just need to loosen the knob just enough so you can take this anchor off. So with that loose, we're going to slide that over to the side. We're going to push this down as well, and that way we can secure it with either a frame strap or a wheel strap. Next, take your clip off of the bolt, and then you can rotate this bolt until it pops out. You can just leave that hanging. And now you can just lift your entire rack up and against the vehicle. So find the spot where that bolt lines up and then tighten that down. This is very important because it's holding your bike rack upright, and you want to make sure it doesn't rattle around. Speaking of rattling around, this does have an anti-rattle bolt and a lock on the end. And even though it has an 1.25 inch shank, it fits into your 2-inch hitch receiver with its included adapter. So as long as you tighten that down properly, I use a 3/4 inch socket, then your bike rack is secure into the hitch receiver, and your bikes are too. So how much space does it take up behind your car? Well, for one, it is folded up, but you can still open up your hatch, which is really impressive because if you're carrying around your groceries, you have your bike rack on, you're not losing that function. Another thing is that if you don't have that much space behind your car in your garage, or you're trying to store this away, measuring again from the bumper now to the end of the rack folded up, that's going to be 13 inches, or just a little over a foot. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action, and this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway. This was a look at the Hollywood Racks Destination 2-bike platform rack and how it fits on a 2020 Acura MDX.